Hey everybody, welcome to A Pop of Culture. I'm your host, Esoteric and Facetious, and this is A Pop of Culture, which is my video essay podcast where we speak on pop culture, social justice, and human experience from a Black, bisexual, millennial, Gen Z perspective. In today's video, I want to discuss whether or not it's problematic to bash certain Black American styles or behaviors in Black femininity content. Disclaimer, I am a man. I have no issue with Black women deciding to be feminine in whatever way they choose. However, I've seen a lot of Black femininity content creators sliding anti-Black talking points into their advice, and I don't like that. My intention in this video is to bring light to the anti-Black talking points and appeals to respectability politics I see within Black femininity content. I'm not trying to mansplain, I'm just here to share my concerns and viewpoints. The Black femininity movement on social media has grown significantly in the past few years. As a Black man who considers myself an ally of Black women, I think it's great that Black women now have the space to be feminine, since people have tried to exclude Black women from femininity in the past. However, one of the issues I have with some of the Black femininity content that I've seen is that it can come across as respectability politics 101 disguised as Black femininity content. Disclaimer, masculinity and femininity are indefinite concepts that mean different things to different people. I'm fine with people embodying whatever version of masculinity and or femininity that makes them the most comfortable. However, one of my struggles with some Black femininity content creators is they present a very narrow idea of what Black femininity must be that often disparages Black women who don't fit into that narrow mold. This is where respectability politics come in. Respectability politics are a set of beliefs holding that conformity to prescribed mainstream standards of appearance and behavior will protect a person who is part of a marginalized group, especially a Black person, from prejudices and systemic injustices. Common examples of respectability politics in the Black community are: 1, not naming your child something that sounds too ethnic or ghetto to make sure they're not discriminated against when they're applying for jobs or to schools. 2, not wearing accessories or hairstyles associated with urban people so that you are not perceived by non-Black people to possess the characteristics they feel urban people have. 3, being passive and non-combative when dealing with non-Black people to make sure they don't feel threatened because of your Blackness. It has been debated time and time again whether respectability politics have been effective for Black Americans. People have done everything to be respectable and still been judged, discriminated against, and even killed for being Black. However, it can also be argued Black people utilizing respectability politics has allowed them to get into spaces they previously were not allowed in, which contributed to bringing forth gradual social progress. I have mixed feelings on the matter. On one hand, as a Black man, a Black queer man at that, with career ambitions, I know I might need to play the game to get where I want professionally. However, on the other hand, I don't want to be anything but myself as I navigate the world. One of my favorite pro-Black content creators, 𝘎𝑎𝑛 has a saying, "Fuck your respectability politics." And I feel that strongly because you can say everything right, do everything right, and some people will still have an issue with you because of the color of your skin or other aspects of your identity outside of your control. One of the issues I have with some Black femininity content is when content creators list off behaviors and styles of hair and dress that their followers should avoid. A lot of their advice just sounds like ancient respectability politics and anti-Black talking points. They say Black women shouldn't wear 25mm lashes, colored hair, or long dramatic nails. We all know what that is code for. Who wears 25mm lashes, colored hair, or long nails? Black women who are viewed negatively in the context of respectability politics. They say Black women shouldn't be loud or use African American vernacular English, who is seen as loud and thought to use AAVE. Black women who are viewed negatively in the context of respectability politics. You don't have to like these styles, but classifying them as non-feminine based off of your personal preferences is wrong. What if the Karen said the braids weren't feminine? People would not like that one bit. One thing I want to bring up here is while many Black people advocate in favor of respectability politics for good reasons, such as survival and ensuring people can succeed professionally, one of the hidden costs of adhering to respectability politics is a limited range of expression for Black Americans. When you can't wear your hair in the style you like, that is others controlling your expression in the one life we get to exist in. When you can't wear the clothing you like, wear the nails you like, or get the tattoos or piercings you would like, this is other people controlling your expression. When you can't speak the way you want to speak, this is others controlling your expression. And the effed up part about this is it's often for naught, considering racist people are going to be racist to you regardless of how respectable you act towards them. Homophobic people are going to be homophobic to you regardless of how respectable you act towards them. Transphobic people are going to be transphobic to you regardless of how respectable you act towards them. Bigoted people are going to be bigoted to you regardless of how respectable you act towards them. Are y'all seeing a pattern here? The insidious part of some Black femininity content is it extrapolates the notions of Black respectability, which were initially in place for survival, and uses them for a much less serious matter: dating and courtship. To be fair, Black femininity content is not solely about how to attract a good man, and can also teach Black women how to rest in their femininity, whatever that means to you. The issue is, a lot of Black femininity content I see is about breaking a Black woman's desire to exist as anything but a Claire Huxtable or Michelle Obama. If you follow all of these steps, cut out the ratchet, cut out the ghetto, I promise you'll get your Russell, you'll get your Barack, you'll get your Steph, or whatever good Black man you idolize and want your future husband to resemble. Why is it Black women have to choose between their true expression and partnership? The way those creators tell it, you don't deserve a loving partner the way you are, but with their expert advice, they can help mold you into the woman you need to be to attract your Mr. Right. Because not wearing 25mm lashes is all you need to attract a loving partner. Wearing long dramatic nails and makeup are the only thing keeping you from your Mr. Right. Most Black female rappers I can think of are incompatible with this rigid definition of Black femininity formed by these content creators. And what does that say about a group of beliefs if they exclude more Black women than they include? Every trait you might tie to women who would be called urban or ghetto is discouraged. A movement that claims to free Black women to exert their feminine energy and which hopes to show them how they may rest in it appears to be yet another cage. A dainty, soft pink cage, but a cage nonetheless. Only this time is not to protect Black people from white supremacy and racism. It's to get Black women to project a narrow type of femininity under the false premise that this is the only way they may find themselves a loving partner and be chose. I will say, maybe if you're looking for a certain type of husband, you might want to engage in certain behaviors and enter into certain spaces. If you want a college-educated husband, it might be easier to find one if you go to college yourself. If you want to date an athlete or an entertainer, maybe you should position yourself in spaces where you can meet them. I'm not denying that marriage and courtship are serious matters for many that can determine their quality of life and the lives of their future children. However, my struggle with some Black femininity content creators is how they constantly rip apart this strawman version of a stereotypical, uncouth, ghetto Black woman. They build this narrative up that Black women who are already criticized for simply existing must change themselves even further if they desire quality long-term relationships. And I'm here to tell you, if you truly believe what is holding Black women back from finding quality long-term relationships is their choice of lashes or nails, that hypothetical love wasn't meant to be. That's how I feel. Going off script, I do feel there are benefits to Black femininity content. Obviously, people are getting value from that, and if you are getting value from this content as a Black woman, all the power to you. But I just am worried about all the young Black women who are entering into the age where they're going to be taking dating seriously, who are watching these people religiously. Because I feel I grew up in a time where I was learning about respectability politics and the issues of respectability politics and why all forms of Black are valid. And when I'm seeing people, it's like there's this rebranding of anti-Black talking points and respectability politics that is not necessarily evident to everybody, so I'm just calling it out. If you want to practice some of these things that are advised by these people, all the power to you, but just understand that there is some anti-Black talking points that people are making. There is some negative associations people are making to certain styles and characteristics, and that's not good. So let me know how y'all feel. Thanks for watching. Love y'all. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Like this video if you like this video. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the points I made in the comments below. If you enjoyed this content, definitely like, comment, subscribe, and share. That way, even if YouTube isn't pushing my content, those who resonate with it are sharing it so it can connect with others who would enjoy it. Those are some easy, free ways to support a pop of culture. If you want to support the show financially, feel free to send a tip to my Cash App or buy me a cup of coffee. Both are linked below. All who donate will be featured in the credits of my long-form commentary and cover videos. There are 2 playlists that are going to pop up, one where you can binge watch my covers and one where you can binge watch my commentary. Enjoy. Bye-bye.